What's going on, everybody? This is Andre Vape Capital Live with my lovely co-host, New Age Cleopatra.
Hello, everyone.
So we are going to do something a little bit different tonight than we've done on our past shows. You know, the past couple shows we've had, Amanda, we've had Doug Hughes on.
Yeah.
And we've had Pam Cube from Safada, the co-president of Safada. We've had quite a few people on talking about advocacy, talking about the regs, the laws, things that are happening, the industry, where it's going, what's going to happen, doomsday per se, with everybody in hype about what's going to happen after June 9th and then August 8th.
Yep.
So with that being said, we decided that we were going to talk to Stefan from NotBlowingSmoke.org. And we are fortunate enough to track him down. And we are going to bring in Stefan through Skype. I know he had a long travel coming home from Vegas from VPX show, from the ECC VPX. And fortunately, he made it to the office in time.
Yeah.
And we got Stefan. So let me start off by introducing Stefan Didak. He is the creator of NotBlowingSmoke.org. Also with the... I see his shirt on, No More Casualties. Definitely. Give the plug. But Stefan, welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
It's really great to be here, even though it was only 15 minutes ago that I got back into the office and managed to power everything up. But totally looking forward to this.
So how long did it take you to drive home from Vegas, first and foremost?
Well, actually, we flew from Vegas to Oakland, but the traffic between Oakland Airport and then Highway 4 to the middle of nowhere where I actually live, which is halfway in between San Francisco and Sacramento, took us about 3 hours.
Wow. Which
normally is like a 40-minute drive.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, so you're on the road for a little while.
Yeah.
So, Stefan, I want to kind of jump into this, man. I know that we've got the Safada side of things. We've definitely heard about advocacy with Safada and what the rules, the regs, the laws that are going to be coming into play for California as well as the nation. And we definitely wanted to get, your perspective on things and what you're doing and what you've created with NotBlowingSmoke.org to help this industry fight and stay alive. So, what are your views, first off, on everything that's happened and is going to happen?
Everything that's happened, in the past 2 weeks, no sleep. That's for one.
Right.
Since the regs dropped, things got a little heated, so we say. What is going to happen? That's sort of like looking in a crystal ball.
Right,
I mean,
right.
One thing we do know for sure is that the PMTA process is designed in such a way that it is unlikely that anybody's going to be able to get through any of it. So the way I've been presenting it is that at this point we're at a stage where it's fight or flight. Because as a business owner, you could try and go through PMTA and maybe blow all your money on it, or you could put the money towards a fight and stand a chance.
So, and definitely we want to fight. We want to stand a chance. We want to keep the longevity of our industry and our community for, a while to go.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see anything happen to vaping as a whole. But rewind a little bit. Let's go back to Vegas. You had quite a presence on the stage in Vegas, and you were there with quite a few other people. And to go on stage and have a message about advocacy and have basically the entire convention. Basically the entire convention, the consumer-wise or business owners it wasn't consumers. There was a lot of business owners who were there. People. I mean, if you weren't at VPX ECC, They walked through the aisles with megaphones and told everybody to shut down their operations and go to the main stage. And, at first people were like, what the hell is going on? Mm-hmm. And then everybody got to the main stage. The whole herd of cattle got over to the main stage. And there was militia was up there. All you guys were up there. There was advocacy members from and speakers from Villain. There was a lot of people up there. And how do you feel the message was received from all the people at the convention when you guys were up there talking?
I think the message came over quite well, except this was a part that was completely unplanned. About half an hour before we did that, Kurt Lubik came to me and a few others and said, how about we just shut the entire show down? just for 15 minutes and get everybody to the main stage and listen to a short message. And I'm like, well, I haven't prepared a message. Nobody had prepared for that at all. And we were worried that shutting the entire thing down in 30 minutes, starting from scratch and not having a plan, was not going to work. So Kurt ran around with a few other guys, got the main sponsors involved, hooked up with the organizers. And what they did is they lowered the lights and they cut off all the audio. And a group of us, including CJ and Nick Green, we just all started walking throughout all the aisles and telling everybody to get to the main stage. And we did that. And I think we had like 300 to 400 people sitting there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot. Your guys' message
and then, of
was
course,
strong.
It was something we've never done before.
Yeah.
The whole point was short and to the point. And since I had to sort of kick things off, and Not Blowing Smoke is sort of known for no bullshit, simple words, and straight to the point, I ended up asking, wouldn't it be nice if instead of the past 2 years growing the industry, we would have also put a lot more effort into protecting it? The other thing I asked is, who here is aware of the FDA regulations? And pretty much all the hands went up.
Right.
Then I asked, who here has a plan to deal with the regulations? And only like 2 or 3 hands were up. And at that point, I took a 5-second pause because I didn't want to be the douche that said, oh, you have a plan? Then get your ass on stage and please explain it to everybody. So I managed to not do that. But I heard afterwards from all 3 people that apparently they were more inclined to lower their hand the more they started thinking about it. And I basically asked, do you want to continue to do what you love doing? Have you thought about what might happen in the next 2 years? How you're going to feed your family? How you're going to feed your kids? For 2 years, everybody has told me, yeah, we'll fight. But only a handful of you have actually done it. Are you with me now, and are you now ready to fight?
Yeah.
And everybody pretty much
went
let
crazy.
me know that yes,
They went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I handed the mic off to Shell Hamill from Svada, and she did her thing, and she handed the mic off to Robin from the Vaping Militia. She did her thing. She handed it off to Alex from Kasa. He did his thing. It was hard hitting, 15 minutes, no bullshit. Wake up. Pay attention.
Definitely.
It was interesting because we normally don't do something like that.
And I'm glad you guys did.
Yeah.
I'm exceptionally glad you guys did because it was very powerful. And I sat there with everybody else listening and retaining everything that was said on the stage. And I thought it was powerful.
I did too.
So definitely thank you on that. I've always been impressed with Not Blowing Smoke. Because whenever that Still Blowing Smoke first video was ever released, and it was the one about marketing to children, and they had like the lullaby song in the background, and they had kids vape, with a vape in their hand and candy on the screen, and it was such BS. But I was so impressed with Not Blowing Smoke that you guys came out right away with something that totally just shoved that down their throats, and and it wasn't something like, oh, screw you, because we talk on the show a lot about people who are, now that the regs and everything from June 9th and everything is going on, they're like, fuck the FDA and F this and F that and screw big tobacco and big pharma and yada yada yada. But they're only doing that on Facebook. They're not really doing anything positive. They're just ranting. But I commend you guys because you put out powerful, factual information. And it's not BS. It's very to the point, and you come back fast with it. And I'm amazed because the website came up really fast. Then all the information came out really fast, and then No More Casualties came out really fast. And you guys were on your game because that's a lot of stuff to come out without the gate, from nothing to a whole full-fledged, program coming out for NBS. It was crazy.
Were you guys prepared for it before that they started doing their side of it?
Yes. Gregory Conley did a interview with a newspaper, and the newspaper apparently had just talked to the California DPH, and they told him that they were going to launch a campaign called Still Blowing Smoke. So I had about 2 days worth of advance notice. I found their website and I found a landing page. Now, what most people in this industry don't know is I'm a very hardcore tech guy, and landing pages won't stop me seeing what they're trying to hide. So I saw all the content 2 days prior. It's then when I made the decision to buy the NotBlowingSmoke domain, spend 38 hours building it and launching it within an hour of each other.
Oh.
And the funny thing is there's a scientific study from one of the universities that is published in the British Medical Journal that analyzes what happened when California DPH launched their campaign and what happened when we launched ours. There's some interesting graphs in there that basically show that we had the same uptake and the same spike in the first 2 days. Then theirs pretty much fell flat, and we continued growing. I must say that your tax dollars being spent on a BMJ publication and an analysis of how we destroyed their campaign, it's actually hanging on my wall, printed all 8 pages.
That's awesome.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be. So, how do you guys stay? How do you with NotBlowingSmoke? How do you guys stay in the fight? How is it that? Because I know you guys are traveling around. You guys are spreading the message to different companies, and for viewers maybe that just don't know, to get a little bit more in depth with NotBlowingSmoke. So, we have Casa, we have Safada, we have NotBlowingSmoke. So Safa's for the business owners, Casa's for the consumers, and basically NotBlowingSmoke is, to my knowledge, for everything.
It's pretty much in the middle, and while Casa focuses purely on the consumer angle, and Svada focuses specifically on the parts that the trade association needs to take care of, what NotBlowingSmoke focuses on is, in the broadest sense, education and PR, but with a bit of a twist.
Right. And I mean, you obviously, there's been such a good response with NotBlowingSmoke and what you guys are doing. And tell us a little bit about No More Casualties and how that started, and a little bit more about that as well.
Right, so when the original NotBlowingSmoke site went up, it was basically meant as a big middle finger and an attempt to derail their campaign. It succeeded way more than I ever imagined it would. I mean, what happened next was totally unplanned. Like, literally, I would have never dreamt that this would happen with a middle finger, $12 out of pocket, and 38 hours of work. So a lot of states were asking us, could you do a campaign like that in our state? Oh, could you fight here in Washington because we've got a thing in Pierce County going on? And I'm like, well, that's going to be impossible. But if we want to do this on a national level, what if we start a nonprofit? What if we fundraise for it? And what if we start taking the PR side serious? Because NotBlowingSmoke was a little edgy. It was a little confrontational.
Right.
So we worked for a few months on getting our act together, getting the team together. And right now we've got a 7-headed board, including Ruby Roo, Sean Thomas, Deanna Thompson. Yeah, we've got some
heavy hitters
in there.
Yeah, some heavy hitters.
Danielle Blows from the Truth About Vaping videos. So what we did was look at structuring a campaign that was meant to go beyond the vapor industry, because preaching to the choir and constantly talking amongst ourselves, we all say the same things and repeat the same things to each other. We repeat them to our friends on Facebook, and you know what? That's really not very effective. What we need to do is reach all the vapors out there who are going to their brick and mortar stores, because there's 9 million of them.
Right.
How many of them are actually active online? A few 100,000. So even with the best reach, you can only get the attention of a small portion. So we started thinking, how can we get our materials in stores? At the same time, how can we educate the broader public out there that is being lied to by all these public health organizations? So we came up with this idea of, well, a veteran holding up a mod or holding up a bottle of liquid saying, I gave my leg for this country, and now they're taking this away from us. And it sort of started shaping up into something a little more. And with help from VaporVet, which is basically our partner in the whole No More Casualties campaign, we ended up finding the perfect veteran. 2 weeks before we flew him in from Arizona to LA to do the shoot over at you guys over at Vape Capital, he had no idea about legislation going on. He had no idea about vape expos and conventions. He didn't even know those existed. This is the average vapor that went to the store, bought his liquid, went home, vaped, and lived his life.
Exactly.
So we did the shoot, and what we built was a campaign aimed at raising awareness that we're not part of the war on smoking, because all our opponents are locked into an ideological battle. They are locked into a war on smoking, and they dragged us and our products into it. We don't belong in that war, but the outside world doesn't understand that. They see vapor, they see smoke. They're being told it's worse than smoking.
Well, that's, I always say people see vaping in two different ways. They see it as a cig-alike that they see in the gas station or in 7-Eleven, and they see big-ass obnoxious clouds by groups of people outside of, say, a restaurant that other people are walking out of, and they're like, oh, my God, covering their face when it smells like Fruit Loops and gummy bears,
Right.
Because that's what they see. They don't see the bigger picture of vaping, the industry, saving lives, getting people off combustibles, making them breathe better, taste food, be able to smell, be able to anything. It blows my mind daily that there's, in this day and age, so many ignorant people still out there who will just bash anything they don't understand or don't have knowledge about. All of a sudden, it has to be wrong. So
right. And that's the problem with the media as well. They like seeing the clouds because that is something that they can work with. That is something interesting.
Of course.
And look at the Samantha beating that just recently aired yesterday. It was all about literally all about the clouds, all about
Samantha B.
Clouds. Yeah. That thing.
Well, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, Stefan, and we come back, we're going to get into that video because I have a lot of mixed feelings about that video. So let's take a quick commercial break, everybody. We'll be right back with Stefan Didak, and we'll continue this conversation. Stay tuned.
It's New Age Cleopatra. We're at South Coast Vapor in Escondido on the 11th stop for the VC Women's Cloud Championship. We're here with Story, who just won the Women's Cloud. How are you feeling about winning?
Pretty amazing.
You did really well tonight. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yes, I would like to thank Optimus Vapeworks, Shogun Wire, Wicked E-Juice, and the Ohm Troopers.
What kind of build did you have tonight?
I had a 21 gauge 6-wrap by Shogun.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the finale.
Thank you.
New Age Cleopatra at South Coast Vapor in Escondido on the 11th stop for the VC Trick Championship. We are here with the Omi Ben, who just won the trick comp. How are you feeling tonight?
Pretty good. Finally qualified.
You did really well tonight. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
TVL Mech Mods, Liquid Effects, E-Juice, you guys are awesome. Boom Sap, E-Juice, and Native Wicks.
Well, congratulations. You are a finalist. We'll see you at the finale.
See you guys in Las Vegas.
What's going on, everybody? This is Andre back live, Vape Capital, with my lovely co-host, New Age Cleopatra.
Hello.
And we are speaking through FaceTime with Stephan Didak. So let's get right back into it. Excuse me. So, Stefan, before we left on our break, we were talking about the full frontal video that was put out by Samantha Bee. So, for people who might be out in this industry, like New Age Cleopatra just was asking, what the hell are you guys talking about?
I have not seen it yet. I'm probably gonna be mad, huh? Like
it was a little weird.
Yeah.
But so Samantha Bee, she's obviously a comedian, kind of like Chelsea Handler, and they put out videos mocking or talking shit on whatever their topic of the week is. They do skits. That's what their whole job is. So they put out this video about vaping and the fight with big tobacco. And in the beginning of the video, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, Stefan, if you feel a different way. In the beginning of the video, they were actually informative. They actually were talking about big tobacco having enough money. They were talking about the vape industry would have to go through strenuous tests and have to pay lots of money to have their vapor products be approved. If ever they were approved, those were facts. Those were actual facts.
I have to say that there were definitely about 20 seconds of hard-hitting facts in there. Unfortunately, they got overshadowed by several minutes of let's make fun of vapors.
Exactly. And you know what? It really pissed me off. And I'm going to be honest. I know 2, 3, maybe 5 people who were actually in that video personally, and I'm watching them. And the only thing that can come to my head is I truly hope in my gut that they felt like she was really just being nice and kind of just messing around with them. So they were just kind of like messing around back. Mm-hmm. But the cameras never stopped rolling, right? And that's one thing you always got to keep in mind. Anywhere and anytime you are talking to anybody who's outside of this industry about our industry is the cameras never stop rolling.
Oh, yeah. You have to be careful.
So basically, Stefan, they just made us look like assholes. And,
yes, and as Greg said today in one of his comments, vapors make it really easy to be made fun of.
They do.
And in fact, we do, and especially at expos and events. I mean, it's very easy to take things out of context and make fun of us. And,
even especially at conventions, I mean, excuse me again, we all go to a lot of conventions. I mean, that's kind of like one of the things about this industry that I've always loved is be able to go to a different convention in a different place by a different company and be able to see different people and enjoy different products and enjoy a different demographic. And I like that. I love that about this industry.
Me too.
But, okay, so they go to this industry, this vape convention, and they start interviewing people. And, it happened to be a couple of chunky guys, right? And one of them is wearing his sponsored everything, right, for who he works for. And he's talking about how the media doesn't take us seriously and, we're all about health and whoop, whoop, whoop. And then she replies with something like, yeah, I can see you guys are all real beacons of health. And then they pan out and it's 4 really big dudes who are obviously very unhealthy. And they all laugh about it like, haha, yeah, that's a cool joke. And they used it in the video just to make them look like even bigger fucking assholes.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And it continues to go and go and go and go. And she just fucking just demolished multiple people on camera, and they were cool with it. It blows me away. I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm gonna watch after this, but that's crazy.
It blows me away. It just I have a lot of mixed feelings about that.
I would have to say this serves as a very mainstream reminder to all the vapor businesses out there. As much as you think you're going to get advertising out of being on camera on a popular show, don't do it. Don't do interviews with the media unless you know what you're talking about, and unless you know what you're doing, unless you had media training, because they will twist it, they will cut it in a way that you will not like.
And I think another big thing that I've always been very, very with the iron fist with, especially here with Vape Capital and what we say to other people as employees of this company is, if you're not 1,000% factual on everything that's coming out of your mouth, just shut up. Yep. Don't even say it. Just shut up. Because you're just going to make us look bad. That's true. And it's just not cool. So, with that, watch the video afterwards.
What is the name of the video exactly?
It's called Big Tobacco versus the vape industry.
Yeah,
okay.
If they look up Samantha B, you can find it on YouTube. I'm sure
SamanthaB.com.
It's Samantha BEE. You can find it. It's just and they even have Vaping Panda's face as their thumbnail. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, Stefan, another question for you. Gosh, I got a little tickle in my throat. So we know we can support Safada. We know we can support Kasa. What about Not Blowing Smoke? Is there a way that people out there in this vape industry can support what you guys are doing on a financial level and help to further this fight that we are all in? It's not like, that's for the guys, the big dogs, or that's for the people who buy that kind of stuff. But no, this is affecting every single person who has a vape in their hand in this entire nation. This is going to affect us. So what can we do to support, be a part of, and help this fight?
First of all, you can always donate to Not Blowing Smoke. We've got a PayPal to donate to, and we've got a GoFundMe page that's been running since we started the path towards being a non-profit, filing the paperwork and all that. Another way that businesses can help is please reserve a portion of your marketing budget, download our materials that we're providing for free, and get them into your retail stores. Whether it's running our commercials on your big screen TVs, whether it's taking our print material, sending it off to your printer at the store, or sending it off to have it professionally printed, get those flyers into the store, because those are the ones that reach out to the average vapor. If you want to run TV commercials on your local TV stations, we've got those too. If you want to run radio ads for No More Casualties, we've got those too. We basically covered all the possible media we could think of, and the idea here is the way a video goes viral or the way information goes viral online, let's see if we can get all these businesses decentralized to make this go viral offline. Best part for us is we don't have to centrally fundraise and then interact with dozens or hundreds of TV stations and radio stations to get it under. It's your money. It's in your state. It's in your city. You get to spend it the way you want to spend it, and you get to keep your money local. We'll just provide all the content for free, and the donations we get, that helps us keep doing what we're doing.
Wow, that's really awesome.
I think everyone should do that.
I don't see why anybody shouldn't.
Yep. So,
I wanted to ask you real quick. There's a couple of people who are chiming in on the comment section that have. A couple questions that they would like to run by you. Go ahead, Q.
So, Michael Lawrence is asking, what will be the first things to be in effect when regulations start in a few months?
The first thing that's going to happen is after August 8th, we're going to have a market freeze, which basically means no new liquids, no new products, and no changes to any existing products. That's going to hit hard on all the conventions because no new launches of new products.
Right, right. So that's going to be the first stab to the gut is going to be no new products, nothing can come out. So is it true that the grandfather date per se is will be August 8th, 2016, or is it still a fight for the 2007 date?
Well, the date as defined by the Center for Tobacco Products is the February 2007 one. Depending on whether you're looking at the Cole Bishop amendment or HR 2058, the aim is to change it to the date of publication or the date of final enactment of the deeming regulations, which would be a few weeks ago or in 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy.
Which would be a great
No, that'd be
help.
a great achievement.
It would be a good one.
You would still have to register your products. You would still be regulated, but at least it wouldn't be completely destroyed.
For sure. For sure.
2007 one would destroy it.
You know, I saw the there was a video being shared earlier. It was on Safada. Nick Green posted it as well. You know, what things are approved by the FDA and what will not be approved by the FDA, even at the 2007 date. Excuse me. And you know, there's like Chantix. There's like you know, all these crazy ass things that the FDA approves for big pharma and all these other crazy ass make you want to throw up kind of.
All those side effects, but it's approved.
Shitloads of side effects.
Like the whole thing is about the side effects.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute video and a minute and a half is side effects.
Yeah,
and 30 seconds.
And don't forget, every product that was ever taken off the market by the FDA was always first approved by the FDA. Otherwise, they can't take it off the market.
So wow, that's a whole other can of worms right there. that's a whole other can of worms right there.
That's so crazy.
Let's see if there's another question from the comments.
All right, so Pablo is asking, us as cloud chasers and tricksters, what can we do to help?
That's a really, really good question. I've always been slightly embarrassed by other advocates who claim that cloud chasers and cloud competitions is what has hurt the image of vaping. Personally, I've never really seen it that way. For one, even if the worst of the regulations come to pass, I'm pretty sure people are still going to have cloud competitions and cloud chasers will remain cloud chasers. So whatever happens, that is going to continue. For now, I would say make as many people aware of what's going on. And as many times as I tell cloud chasers, well, you could do this, you could do that, it comes off better if another cloud chaser says so. In fact, we're working on a team Not Blowing Smoke, which is a cloud chasing team that will be sponsored by a few businesses and not us directly. And they'll be going through various cloud comms doing advocacy specifically towards other cloud chasers.
And really, and basically what it really comes down to is knowledge. Have knowledge. Because knowledge is everything. If you're going to be out there and you want to really represent our industry, you have to know what's going on.
Right, and here's the thing. Cloud chasing is something you can easily explain to the general public. It's people having fun, being social in a way that smokers never did. They're living healthier lives, and they're not blowing secondhand smoke in their children's faces. Their cloud competitions are out of sight. They're not harming anybody. This is a good thing.
It is a very good thing.
And it brings people together.
It does. Yes. It does bring people together, and it gives them an opportunity to express themselves in a different way.
I feel like it keeps everyone together, and it's also like a network of, you know, like seeing new products. Also, it's a network of, you know, helping people get off cigarettes and staying in this community where they're welcoming each other.
Right, and as I just recently said on at a different event on a different stage to a whole group of cloud chasers in Mississippi, don't let anybody make you feel like you're a second-class vapor.
Wow, no, that's very awesome, actually, because I know there's a lot of you know, cloud chasers or trickers or whoever that they're like, you know, they get the bad rap because they're blowing the big clouds, or they're, you know, always blowing O's and trying to do jellies here and there and wherever. And
that question came up while I was in Pittsburgh for a vape showcase, and somebody asked that question, and I said, well, unfortunately, the problem is you can't refer to these people who are blowing clouds at Walmart or in movie theaters as cloud chasers. You should refer to them as assholes. Please stop saying these are cloud chasers, because then you're demonizing an entire portion that is part of our community.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. Is there any more on there?
Not really too much questions.
Okay. What time we got? 7:40. I just want to tell you, Stefan, we're about to run out of time. But I want to tell you wholeheartedly, I respect everything Not Blowing Smoke is doing. I respect everything that you guys are building. I wholeheartedly stand behind Not Blowing Smoke 100%. And if there's anything that we can do at Vape Capital to help in any way, shape, or form, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask for whatever you need. And we will definitely do the best we can to accommodate whatever we can do, as well as we do for Safada, as well as we would do for Kasa. I mean, we're definitely in this fight with everybody in this industry, and we just appreciate to be on the same page and help each other out so we can continue this fight and continue to be vapors and have vape products and be able to continue a healthier lifestyle like we have thus far.
Can always, you know, have some Not Blowing Smoke stuff with us when we travel.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I'm always about...
That could be arranged.
Yeah, I'm always about just, you know, being a part of everyone, and as well as everything we do for Vape Capital, we always want to be on the same page with everybody and continue the support. So on behalf of Vape Capital, we definitely respect you. We appreciate you, and we thank you very much for being a part of our show and doing everything that you do for us in this industry. So our hats are off to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. And by the way, big thanks for helping us put the No More Casualties videos and photographs together.
For sure, 100%. And if any more come up, let us know, and we'll take care of those as well.
Yep.
Stefan, go get some rest. I know it's been a little travel for you. Go home, take your shoes off, put your feet up, and vape a little bit, man, and enjoy your night.
Okay.
Have
Good
a good
evening,
one.
folks.
All right.
Bye.
Take care, Stefan. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get in touch with Riz DArula and have a little conversation with Riz over on the East Coast and see an East Coast perspective on what's going on out there with their community and their industry, their laws that are happening out there as well. And we will be right back in a second. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Hey guys, it's New Age Cleopatra. We're here at Valley Vape in Spring Valley for the 10th stop on the BC Women's Cloud Championship. We are here with Panda, who just won the Women's Cloud Comp. How are you feeling tonight?
Super stoked.
You did really well. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, Lit Vape, Midnight Oil, Aloha Vapes, and Arsenal Wick and Wire.
What kind of build did you have?
21 gauge, 5 wrap, Arsenal Wick and Wire.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the finale.
Thank you.
Cleopatra here at Valley Vape in Spring Valley on the 10th stop for the VC Trick Championship. We're here with Murray, who just won the Trick Comp. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty great.
You did really well. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I want to thank the Rig Mod, Rig Reserve, Coup de Gras e-liquids, Nephology e-liquids, Majestic e-liquids, as well as Midnight Oil e-liquids, and Anarchist Manufacturing, Wick Sticks, and Squid Dude.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the finale.
I will see you guys there as well.
What's going on, everybody? This is Andre Vape Capital Live with my lovely co-host, New Age Cleopatra.
Hello.
And New Age Cleopatra is already fucked up and kicked the headphone jack, and now we only got one headphone going on right now.
Yeah, that really happened over
Yeah,
there.
no, it did.
Sorry.
No, it did. You know, whenever you tell somebody 20 times, hey, don't hit that fucking cord, what are they going to do?
Hit it.
They're gonna hit.
Excited.
They're going to hit the cord.
Okay.
Definitely
my
gonna
bad.
hit the cord.
I'll fix it.
All right, so we just got done talking to Stefan Didak. And boy, he was very informative about Not Blowing Smoke and everything that's going on with NotBlowingSmoke.org and the regs, the laws, everything like that. So we got that perspective. Now I want to come over and jump into a conversation with my very good homeboy, Riz DArula. So, Riz, what's cracking, homie? How you doing?
What up, man?
How you been, man?
Same old, bro. Just tired, you know.
That Jersey life, huh?
Yeah.
That Jersey
that
life.
Chris Christie life, man.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, you know, we got our own battles over here in California, bro. You already know.
Yeah.
We're fighting for a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But Jersey, man, you guys are not that far off. You guys are doing the same shit that we're doing, fighting at the Capitol, doing everything you guys are doing, going and coming in large groups to fight for what we believe in as an industry and as a community.
Yeah.
So, what's going on out there, man?
I mean, it's kind of hard to even wrap my head around, just because it's like so to the point and blatant. Like simply, the bill, what is it, S-298, I believe, yeah. They literally want to ban everything unless it is menthol, tobacco flavored, or clove. And the clove was like the interesting curveball. That was just like.
Yeah, where the hell did that come
Clove?
from?
Yeah, where'd it come from?
You might as well throw beaties in there too. You remember those little things from the back of the days?
Exactly. The interesting part, though, is it's all angled for obviously children's safety, which we're all advocates for. I don't even. So it's just a strange angle. You know, I mean, I do know it was the first hearing, and that was, I believe, it was like the Senate Health, Human Services, and the Senior Citizens Committee. Mm-hmm. So, you know, probably not the most privy to the vape scene, obviously. So
right.
They passed with a favorable vote, which I kind of seen coming with it being that, you know. But just to propose it in that aggressively, to just be like, no, everything banned from New Jersey.
So I mean, what are the ways around that per se? I mean, you guys got you're obviously a juice maker manufacturer, and there's a lot of other juice maker manufacturers that are in your surrounding areas. You know what I mean? Whether it be inside New Jersey or in New York or wherever. Does that mean that now, you know, the manufacturing has to therefore go from Jersey to an outside surrounding area? Does it have to be OEM'd outside and brought in? Because you guys can only make tobacco, menthol, and cloves. So does it have to be made somewhere else and then brought into Jersey? Can other juices be brought into Jersey?
No, you can't.
See, that's the thing. Like nothing can be brought into New Jersey. And as a manufacturer and shop owner, that really it less affects the manufacturing, because really, if I have to, we can move next, you know, over to Philly, Pennsylvania, whatever, and operate out of there. It's a headache. And I don't like it because I'm moving my own New Jersey tax from my own state. Yeah. It's counterproductive on several levels, but you know, I don't even want to have to take a loophole approach. You know, it's just kind of, it's on that angle. So I really don't know to say, I don't want to say what the angles are, because, you know, there's definitely several loopholes there, but I would just like to see them understand more of what they're trying to regulate, because I don't think they realize how much business is going to be affected.
For sure.
I mean, God, there's shops everywhere out here now.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Everybody's going to be on the unemployment line? And then we'll say the bigger companies are just going to pick up and move to another state. I don't see it being good for New Jersey as a whole. That's why it's very interesting to me. Yeah. But I don't know, man. You know, sometimes the government don't really have to make sense, unfortunately. And that's just what it is. So to me, the best thing you can really do is just, honestly, really is lawyer up and get proper information. You kind of hit the nail on the head before. I was listening earlier, and you see a lot of people just getting whoop crazy out there, and that's not it. That's not the angle right now. I think what we all need to do is just get very well educated, and I hate to say it, but not take vapors' word as the gospel right now, because there's a lot of people that are just passing on what they heard.
I say the same thing daily, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll see people post these crazy ass blog style information based posts on social media, and I'll be your Huckleberry, so I'll click it open and read that bitch for a second. You know what I mean? And then I'm just in awe that somebody was that ignorant that they would put something that was that propagandish on their own feed, speaking that it's truth. It blows me away. I can't stand it.
No, absolutely, man. And, we pride ourselves on working only in fact. So that's why I hate to even speak on a lot of things, because there's so many things that it just shows me, even in the language of their campaign, that they don't exactly know what they're doing or how to even police it. So New Jersey's taking the approach of just just get it out of here. Now, I don't really want to get political, but I have a sneaky suspicion it comes down to campaign contributors. You can do the research yourself.
Yeah.
But
they got to vote for someone.
Yeah. But it's sad because the super sad part about it is the East Coast scene is really just starting to, I feel, get it and understand. We've taken a lot from the West Coast, because I got to say, from being an East Coast company early and kind of jumping right over to the West Coast and working my way back, it was amazing to see the camaraderie and all that out there. Mm-hmm. And we tried to bring a lot of that back, and it took a while for it to really grasp. And now it's like that out here, and it's a beautiful thing. People are a lot more together, but you throw something like this in the mix, and now it's really concerning because you got the shops at a standstill. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to order it. So one thing I could say right now is please, just any shops from New Jersey listening, just maintain proper business. Work with great companies that are on the up and up, doing everything above board. And, don't just go into panic mode and just be that's it, lights off, no orders.
Yeah.
We're just going to ride this out and see what happens August 8th. Don't do that, because that's kind of what everybody wants. That's how we're going to slow down and stop. We got to just stay powerful and informed. It's all about information right now. Knowledge is always power, and right now it's going to be the most powerful key for us. We're fighting a battle with the government. They don't have to technically play fair, unfortunately.
And why would they want to?
Yeah,
they're just going to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, man. So that's really what's been going on out here in New Jersey. So no flavors, no delicious flavors over here if it's their way. But I could still get Swedish fish vodka though. So thank you for that one.
Yeah.
I don't even drink, but I'm just saying it makes no sense.
Yeah. No.
I don't get it. But big shout out to all the people who showed up. What was it, last Monday, I think, or 2 Mondays ago, the 16th? I don't know, I'm losing track of time. Everybody showed up to the New Jersey State House. It was
last Monday.
Great crowd out there. Big shouts to them. Unfortunately, they gave us, zero of their time, but that's okay. Like I said, it's got to go through 2 more phases, and I think they're more favorable parties to understand the business ethics of what this will cause for our state in particular. So, we still have a shot at things. All hope is not lost, but it's sad to see because it's blatant what it really is. And again, I'm not going to speak exactly on it, but everybody knows what's going on. And just crazy to see it. Crazy to visit. I've said this for a long time. I think me and you, Andre, have talked about it, that this whole thing from day one was going to be bigger than vaping, because it was going to come to this battle. It was going to come to a blatant battle of, I hate to say it, but the government lying themselves into these corners to the point of they got to just boldface lie to us now. There's nothing. So they just say this is for children's safety. Yet in New Jersey, I think it was just a week ago, they vetoed to not up the age of smoking. So if they're that really into
then they should have taken it higher.
Away and the teenagers away, then why not keep them away from the actual smoking? That's what the vaping angle is. So I don't get it, man. It's hard for me to wrap my head around. Like I said,
I don't get it either. I'm a grown ass man with gray hair in my beard and head, and I love sweet tarts and gummy bear flavors, and you know what I'm saying? That's my shit. Exactly. You know what I mean? So I don't understand this whatsoever. But
no, it's interesting to me, man. But to see everybody's battles, that's more interesting. But I think everybody's doing a good job for the most part of keeping their cool, staying professional. And that's like the one thing that I hope everybody does take away from all of this. I think with the whole like, oh, this is the death of vaping. Nah, like calm down with all that. That's not really what it is. Will this harm the whole, and I'm not talking New Jersey thing now. Now I'm talking kind of federal. Right. Will this hurt certain companies and people in smaller companies? Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be some casualties. But I do think the one good that will come of it is it's going to force our industry to evolve and actually mature. And what I'm calling like, we're kind of in teenager stage right now.
Yeah,
I think now we're going to have to grow into young adult.
Yeah.
And everything's going to have to be run, pretty much above board, Fortune 500 style. That's what they want. They want real companies out there. And there's parts of me that absolutely agree with that. So that's the really upsetting angle from everything is that you have all of us out here that agree with almost everything they're saying. It's like, yeah, we're with you 100%. But then they just throw in these like super egregious things.
And calling it tobacco.
Crazy like dates where it's just like, oh, if it wasn't out before everything started.
Yeah.
Beat.
So they're like, oh yeah,
those are the little subtleties that really bother me. But then I often wonder if that was by design, which if it is, hey, props to you for being that crazy with it. If it's not, then that just goes to show like, again, that they're not ready to police this. And if that's the case, I would like to extend my hand and say, hey, let me help you. Let's help each other. If you want to police this, fine. I believe it should be. I don't necessarily like what you're trying to do, but I don't like it running like the Wild Wild West either. There has to be, some sort of rule book. There's got to be a playbook. But to go at it the way they're going, it's just a little crazy. It's a little aggressive. But I think we'll be okay, man. Everybody's just got to stick together, keep fighting their individual fights, the major fights.
I think,
hopefully with all the knowledge, we'll be okay.
I think not calling it tobacco is a big deal as well, because they're putting us in a section, like a category that we are not supposed to be in. I think that the industry deserves to have our separate category for sure.
Absolutely.
And that's like a big deal that hopefully we can figure out.
Yeah, and those are like the subtle things that I'm talking about. Like it's dumb things like that bother us as a community.
Yeah.
When it could be so easily just like if they've done a tad bit more research onto what we exactly are, those type of things wouldn't be going on.
Yeah, as soon as they put us in tobacco, it gives them a chance to tax it in a different way and all these regulations.
Yeah.
So that's why they wanted to call it tobacco, so they could do all this. I mean,
hey, we know
better.
We know better.
We know
better. aside from what you guys are going through out there, we always I definitely want to send a appreciation factor out to 9 South being a presenter of VCC, our 2016 comp tour. We're actually coming to Jersey. You know what I mean? What are we out there next month? I think we're out there next month.
You are.
Yeah, I think we're out there next month.
I can't wait, and thank you for allowing me to have that opportunity to bring this to the East Coast. Because I know the East Coast is stoked over it, bro.
I love coming to Jersey and hanging out with my friendship out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hanging out with friendship and the chefs. But
yeah, thank you, chef.
Yeah, thank you, chef. Yeah. And I also was gonna say, are you in your kitchen right now?
No, I'm actually in the office I've never used, so this is like the first time I'm doing business. I
was about to say because I don't recognize the little art deco, you know what I'm saying, modern style behind your shoulder right now. I don't recognize that from the kitchen.
Yeah,
so
man.
Yeah,
it's just
it was throwing me off. I like it though
because we never sit in the office.
Yeah, we
office that's not used.
Yeah, we usually go out to the
cooking it up, chef.
Yeah, we usually go to like the back barn. We go to the barn and watch Stephen make drip tips in the barn and
absolutely.
Yeah, we hang out. Yeah, hang out.
I have not been there yet, so I'm excited.
The giant trampoline in the backyard.
Oh, that's right.
The quads.
My first time there.
First time coming out, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, she came out, but we never went to your house.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Andre, for bringing that back up again. Yeah.
Yep.
No, matter of fact, you remember I had to leave your house to go and pick them up from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, we had to drive forever and a day just to go back and pick them up, and we were like, nah, we're not driving back all the way over to Riz's passing.
I wanted to go,
definitely.
but no one wanted to drive, so
Yeah.
Definitely excited for you guys to be out here. And, again, thank you just to Vape Capital as always. I'm a huge supporter, but bigger fan, honestly. So,
yeah.
thank you for coming out. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. I just want to take a ride in Sal's new whip. You know what I'm saying? I want to, I want to sit shotgun just in the Jeep, you know what I mean, to get the experience, you know what I'm saying? A little, maybe he can roll over some rocks in the driveway so I can feel like I'm rock crawling and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
all good times.
That beard whipping in the wind. It's just
Whipping in the wind.
splendor. I love it. I love it.
You are such a fool. This is awesome.
I can't wait to see that beard whipping.
Whipping in the wind. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on tonight, too. That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any?
Not really any questions, but JD did want to make sure I did say hello to you.
Oh, what up?
JD is actually the Irish Hammer. Shout out to the Irish Hammer.
Yeah, that's the hammer right
The
there.
Hammer is
Yeah.
actually
What up,
on
JD?
a airplane.
Yeah, right now.
He's actually on an airplane on his way to Ireland.
Someone
He's
bought
strict.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Good for you, JD.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is the best on the
Wow.
plane. Yeah, he actually sent
Every
me.
time I get on a plane, it doesn't exist. They're like, "Oh, we have it, but not for you today."
Yeah, or we have it at $29.99 for half of your flight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's all you get. Yeah.
Exactly.
I did have a big request from JD that he would not stop bugging me to do.
What's that? Oh, you got to touch it. Yeah, there you go, JD. You got it.
There you go, JD.
Did he see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted
It's
you to do
it's
it.
the ninth wonder of the world.
No, he wouldn't stop bothering me about it.
So,
Yeah.
so Riz,
Yes, sir.
definitely thank you very much for coming on the show, man.
No,
It's
man, my
it's
pleasure.
always a pleasure. You know, like me and you, we've clicked since day one, man, and
I'll bet.
it's been a true friendship. You know, in this vape industry, I tell a lot of people, you know, there's people you fuck with, and then there's people you do business with, and then you have actually friends. And
Yeah,
your friends
absolutely.
are always the smallest number because it's hard to find people who don't want anything from you. What is that thing?
Oh, I like that.
Is that a
Shameless plug. That's what it is.
you know, there's always people in this industry who, you know, there's not always people in this industry who don't want anything from you. It's always like they want something from you. That's why they keep you around, to be a friend, so to speak.
Yep.
And smile in your face and talk shit behind your back. I mean, that's a lot of people in this industry. And let's be really honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been in this industry for quite a while, and that's the truth.
That is.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's absolutely the truth. But it's good to find people who are actually genuine and righteous, and you know, you break bread with them, and you sit with them at a table with the family, and actually enjoy the company of the people you're surrounded with. And you know, the 9 South family, we've always had that. It's always been a mesh with Vape Capital,
Appreciate
9
that.
South, and we're going to continue that 1,000%. That ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely. man.
Regulations or not, that shit ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
and you know, I mean, that brings up a great topic. It's like that right there is the part that they can never conceptualize,
And they will
or
never see.
or
Yeah.
they can't put. You can't put a value to that.
Exactly.
I mean, I literally have friends in every state now. Some out of the country.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? All through this.
Through
That's
vaping.
a special thing. You know what I mean? You can't even put a price on that. You
And
can't
you-
regulate that.
And the places that most of us have come from to get to this industry, to create
Absolutely.
businesses and thrive in this community, is if people really could see where we came from, a lot of
Yeah.
us, where we came from to where we're at today,
Yeah.
and actually
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
can actually comprehend that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
definitely.
know,
That-
myself
I mean,
as well.
it's-
You know,
It's a very valid point, man. There's so many people that I don't want to say they were bad people, but like that came from rough times, and this got them out of it.
yeah.
And I see that like over and over, especially in the shops. You know what I mean? We have the 3 stores. I hear that story at least twice a day,
yeah.
and that's amazing. Like,
No,
that is
that's
absolutely
unbelievable.
amazing.
It's unbelievable.
And these are the tiny. They're not even tiny. These are major things, but these are the things that they're not even calculating.
Yep.
It's not even a factor to them.
Nah.
But before we go, I got to ask, because you know we were talking about it in the talk before with Stefan. Did you have an opportunity to watch that Samantha Bee?
Nah, man, that was news to me, man.
That was news.
So Subcon Mike posted it, and you got to check.
Somebody runs my Instagram, so I always miss things.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Imagine that. But
Imagine
you know,
that.
I gotta check that out. That sounds
Yeah, definitely go
interesting.
check out Subcon Mike's page, man. They all posted it. You know, there's a clip at the end that has Jay Little. You know what I mean? Judging at a cloud comp. You know what I mean? You got the homie Joey Ducks Duvo. You know what I'm saying?
Joey's in it.
He's in there. You know what I'm saying? It's
If you go on Facebook, it's on
just
there.
it's an
There's a link.
unbelievable video. Like I said before, man, there's at least 30 whole seconds of actual facts And then there's a couple minutes of what the fuck are you doing in front of that camera to make yourself look like such an asshole?
Who gave them the right to use these?
The convention.
Did
I'm
they film
assuming.
with them?
No, yeah, I'm assuming they all signed waivers. You can't put something up and not sign a waiver. That's called TV. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what are they going to do? Blur your face? Nah, you're going to sign a waiver. You're going to say, yeah, that's okay if you use that footage of me.
No, that's crazy. And shouts to the homie Subcom Mike, but I got to check that out. I didn't see that as soon as you were talking.
Always
about
shouts out to the big homie Subcom Mike.
Oh, Mike.
He is a savage. Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Introduced me to more New York bagels than I ever thought I could ever be introduced to.
He took care of me in New York.
It's crazy.
He's a good guy.
No, yeah, for sure.
For that.
Yeah.
Nah, he's amazing. He's an amazing dude.
And I can't wait to get out there on the East Coast to have some dudes.
Oh yeah, that's a must.
Anybody?
what?
Dudes Donuts. You guys ever heard of Dudes
I need
Donuts?
to have some.
I have never heard of that.
So let me just.
We need to have sandwiches this big.
No, that was at Harold's.
But I'm
That
saying
was at Harold's.
that
Yeah.
big.
We're talking donuts.
We're talking
right now.
donuts
Okay,
right
donuts.
now. We're not talking pastrami and roast beef. We're talking
Pickles.
We're talking glazed donuts with frosting and bacon. We're talking.
Oh God, I
We're
can't.
talking donuts with fruity pebbles.
Okay, I can
we're
do
talking. We're talking like cavities because you smelled them.
So
you know what I'm
Jersey's
saying?
got food on lock.
No, Jersey is ridiculous. Have you seen Subcon Mike? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's not
eats
playing
the best.
around.
He eats the best for
He's
sure.
not
He
playing
eats the
around.
best food.
Yo, whenever the biggest homie in the group says, "Hey, Dre, we're going to eat steak after this," and I'm like,
Oh, we're gonna eat
all right. And we end up going to Fogo de Chao, and it's $70 a person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
That was
yo,
good.
you do
That
not
was
play,
good.
brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
That
doesn't-
shit was good though.
No,
It was
I mean,
so good.
I ain't never had bacon wrapped filet mignon in my life, man. And
I
I,
was
actually
eating
very
everything
jealous.
just because it was wrapped in bacon. I was
Yeah.
like, they could have handed me my mod in bacon.
Even just plain bacon there was the best bacon you've ever had in your life.
it was
really was.
insanity. It was insanity.
No, it definitely was crazy.
Yeah.
And definitely major shout out to everybody not blowing smoke, major love what they're doing.
For sure.
Kasai, Spada, obviously major. I even seen big shouts to Grim. He put a little bit out there for the New Jersey stuff going on. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely shout out
Grim's
to
always
him.
one of those guys, man. Nick Green, shout out to Nick Green. Every time I see him, he always says, "Vape Capital," like the countdown for our cloud comp.
He says, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
Cleo!"
Big
Every time I
capital.
see him, he's awesome.
He's a good dude,
Nah,
man, and
definitely.
he always is putting out righteous information. I mean, anybody and everybody
great
who's not.
information, man. I've always been a fan. It's been cool to watch his come up too, because when I first started the stores, as vaping grew, all of a sudden there was videos and things like that. So we would have that just on feed,
For sure.
his channel forever. So it's been awesome to see him and just become so well educated and just advocate for the industry, man. I appreciate that.
It was rad for me to be able to see him in one of his podcasts wearing a Vape Capital hat. You know what I mean? Rocking the shit out of that Vape Capital hat. Shoot, as soon as we get
That's
the new
what's up,
styles,
though.
I'm gonna have to send him out some more so we can.
He loves
you know what I mean?
Vape Capital.
Yeah, he is.
Loves
He's always been a supporter, man, and he was here pouring VG on girls for the Clear Eyes video.
I seen that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
rapping.
and rapping and shit. Yeah, that was a whole
It's
other
good.
side of Graham I never got to see before. So that was good. But yeah, he always puts out
Nice.
righteous information. He's always putting out stuff that is valuable and is factual and not
No, and
propaganda.
that's the important part. You could tell he does his research. All these guys, they're doing extracurricular research, and that's what I advise everybody to do right now. I mean, I gotta say, I can't speak too much on it, but after going through everything I've been through with my lawyers and things like that, I will say that definitely be careful, because there's a lot of false information going around right now too.
Of course.
Some things are being blown way out of proportion. And I just think it's most important to educate yourself on exactly what's going on. However you can do that, whatever angle, whoever your friends are, whoever's, whatever you could do. But just be careful, because there was a lot of misinformation out there going around. And I don't know if that was scare tactics. You know what I mean? There could be a lot of behind the scenes things going on. We were all at conventions hanging out and, having a good time. They were scheming and plotting, putting all this together. So I think right now it's it's the counterattack. We got to do the same thing. Just collect our thoughts collectively as an industry and just move forward. But it will
diligent.
unite us ultimately.
Yeah, just be diligent.
Yeah, exactly.
Be
Just
diligent.
do
And
your
now, and let me tell you, now is not the time for other shop owners, juice manufacturers, mod makers, drip tip makers, addy makers, whoever the hell you are making, whatever the hell you're making, to start being cutthroat and at each other's necks or anything like that, man. This is not the time for all that kiddie
No.
sandbox bullshit.
Nah,
this is time for unity.
Right now.
Yeah, this is time for unity. This is time for helping people. It's time for putting your hand out saying, yo, I may have some information you don't have. Let me share this with you because it's factual and I need to put you up on game real quick. That's what it's really about.
And that's why I said, like, I don't want to speak too much on it because I want to make sure that I get my facts absolutely spot on before,
you put anything out there. Yeah. And I respect that.
Things out there.
Yeah. And I respect that.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take this, wrap this show up.
Yeah, man.
Riz DArula, I 1000% appreciate you coming on the show tonight. I know I hit you up this morning. I was like, "Yo, man, you wanna FaceTime me later?" And he was like, yeah. When and where?" I was like,
"When and where?"
I didn't even have to give him any more information than that. It was just like, "Yo, I need you."
Man.
You know what I mean?
Say it, I'm there.
That's what's up, man. Riz, the most love to you, man. I love you, homeboy. And
you too, bro. Love you too, kid.
We will definitely be talking soon.
We'll see you soon.
So let's just take it out with everybody who's watching right now. We appreciate you. Did you have a good show?
I did. I had a really good show.
It was actually kind of fun to bring in some
FaceTiming.
Yeah, to bring in some FaceTimers and tend to some comments out there.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. And
thank you, man.
And it's a lot easier to be able to see that face. That you know what I mean. If I'm not in Jersey or you're not in Cali, you know what I mean. We'll just start.
I know. We gotta get the FaceTime.
We should start making this a regular.
That technology exists all the time.
Yeah, we should just start making this a regular thing. You know what I mean? If all else fails, let's just FaceTime Riz. Let's just get this going.
If not, I'm just FaceTiming your beard. You don't have to answer. Your beard will.
Yeah, there's a bird's nest in there with a cell phone somewhere. I know it. I know it.
You got a cell phone tower in there, bro.
Satellite systems, I mean. I'm a tower.
Oh, man. All right. I love you guys.
All right, brother. It's been real, Riz.
Bye,
we'll talk
Riz.
to you soon, man.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
You got it, man.
Guys.
All right, everybody's out there watching, man. We appreciate you guys. This is Vape Capital Live. We will be back next Tuesday. We're going to bring in some owners of some juice companies, some other advocates, and some other people that are going to talk about some real facts with you instead of spreading propaganda bullshit.
We don't want that.
We do not want the BS. We want the true hard facts. So everybody out there, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Me and my lovely co-host, New Age Cleopatra.
Bye,
Peace.
everyone.
Take care.